episode 20, officially episode 20 of Player Pass. How exciting is that?
That's super exciting. I'm pumped for it. I'm
kinda pumped.
Yeah, I'm pumped to go to the next game, but I'm pumped that we're at episode 20.
Yeah, it's a bit of a milestone for the series.
Yeah.
Player Pass. I mean, we didn't think about it. It's not like we spin the great wheel of games to figure out which game we're going to play in between episodes, and we ask it to pick only the best game for our 20th episode.
Yeah. We just spin it.
We just spin it, and we do what it tells us, because the great wheel of games is our god.
It is our god. And we spun
Worship it.
And
we worship the spin.
Even
The spin is our ritual.
Even when we don't want to worship it, we have undying faith.
That's right.
Unwavering.
Because here at Level Best, we love playing video games.
Some of them.
So every episode, we spin the great wheel of games to see what game we're going to be playing in between episodes. And then we come back and have a fun discussion about that game. And I don't know about you, man, but I'm interested to talk about pools.
Pools. Yeah. This was my game. So
This is your game. You did this.
I did this to us. Tensori put this game together. They're the developer. It came out in 2024, April 26th, almost just over a year ago. So how about that?
Not bad.
It's a walking simulator, and that is true. That is true. And
Very much so.
Some swimming. You explore, admire, and listen. Uncanny, relaxing, unnerving. Weird oxymoronic kind of there. Eerie, immersive. No monsters chasing you or jumping towards at your screen. But you can feel oppressive at times by invoking fears of getting lost, the dark, tight spaces, and liminal space architecture. And this one was inspired by Backrooms.
Yeah. That's something I heard it was inspired by a Backroom, like actually in the credits for the game at the end. It's inspired by Backrooms, Kane Pixel, who makes like Backrooms inspired content on YouTube. Really good stuff. And just a lot of good influences for this type of game for what it is. And there's a lot they pull off. Pools is dope in a lot of ways.
Yeah.
And a lot of other ways, it just didn't hit me the way I was hoping it would. It didn't hit me the way I was needing it to. I don't know if that makes sense.
It does. It makes sense to me. I was waiting for some end, some conclusion, some thing.
Yeah.
Anything. I was waiting for anything. And some things came and it was, got me a little bit. And then, I just, for some reason, it didn't deliver to me like I thought it was going to.
Yeah. It says in the description, no monsters chasing you or jumping at your screen, but it can feel oppressive at times by invoking fear, getting lost, dark, tight spaces, yada, yada. And there are moments that are like, this is happening so that you're scared and so that you feel scared. But again, very, very few times are they actually trying to like throw something up on your screen.
Yeah.
If that makes sense. There's one moment that I have here where I heard like a monster noise, some weird noise in the background, and it kind of freaked me out, and I was just like, what? And then right after that, I was paranoid immediately after. And so this is a clip for that. The noise I heard. Okay, that was creepy. That sounded like a monster of some sort. Was that our timid creature? We get into that. we'll get into what I mean by timid creature.
So you were in the SpongeBob room. I felt like I was walking around that room was made of SpongeBob.
Yeah, you're like inside
Yeah, just
SpongeBob.
yeah, it was just kind of squishy.
It's got brown baseboards like his pants.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's
I
funny.
so I there were like a couple times that I got, I don't know, like scared too, but then like it was something like silly. Like I have a clip where you encounter the duck for the first time,
The duck.
and that one kind of, it spooked me at first.
Sure.
It would get so tiring sloshing through the... That doesn't take... What the hell?
What the heck happened?
I think it was just the physics in the game being wonky or something,
Oh,
but it scared me. And I was like,
wait, hold on.
wait a second, you're not supposed to do that.
Can you play that clip again and give us a good shot of the duck? Like when he look at that duck. Okay, you ever seen a duck? You ever seen a duck with red lips?
Its beak.
Okay,
Its beak.
I don't know. Is that
A beak?
Look, I don't know. Look, that's all I'll say for now. We'll circle back to this, but just remember, this duck's got big old red lips. That's weird. It's weird, man.
It does.
And-
Yeah, that's true.
Okay, so we'll just leave it at that for now. But that
Yeah.
was crazy. That
Yeah,
was
that-
actually
that kinda-
unintentionally.
It scared me.
Scary.
Yeah, it wasn't supposed to be. But you just like I think like that is like the parts that got me, and it wasn't even supposed to be like that. Like it wasn't even supposed to be a scary part.
Yeah.
I feel like I wanted to see more like scary music or something. Like I wanted to like I wanted there to be more music. Like
Sure.
but they're just like there just wasn't. I mean, there was a part in the game where there was music, but it was nothing. I don't think. I have a clip of it. I think, and I pulled this clip because I think you have a clip of it too. But there's a point where you encounter a speaker that's playing some, I guess, sensational music.
I like this music.
He's underturned. Music.
You don't even pay it any mind.
I was watching you pull your clip and I was like, oh man, like I just like was like, well, music, whatever.
Music.
Whatever.
Yeah, I have a clip of I mean, this is a short clip for me of me listening to this music, but I sat there for like 3 minutes straight just listening. I like this little ditty. Oh, a speaker. Let's enjoy this for a second. Man, I cut it off, but I like dissected it, like the way the music was making me feel. What kind of instruments am I hearing? I was really thinking about it. You were just like, music.
I was just like locked in, ready for something to happen.
You did look focused.
I was focused.
That's the thing though with this game. It's all waiting for something to happen. Thinking something might show up around the corner. But right in the description, nothing, they tell you straight up, nothing's going to happen in this game.
Yeah. I mean, there are some parts that I was like, oh, like what happens here? Did you did you encounter the big pit with the diving board in the first level?
Oh yeah, yeah.
Did you inspect that diving board?
Yeah. I dove right off it.
You don't want to do that.
Well, it didn't do it. It didn't do anything.
No, I guess not. But it was
It
just
just
like
Prince of Persia Sands of Time to me.
you just don't want to do it.
I gotta. Oh, did I die?
I was
Brings you
ready.
right back.
I was ready for you to do it again.
I should have. Well, that's
Yeah.
the thing, and the whole rewinding the tape, rewinding the VHS tape.
Yeah.
That turns out to be a bit of the only like story lore ish kind of thing that we get in this game.
Yeah. I was like certain that I needed to jump off that. I was like, this is where you got to go. I was like,
Yeah.
it's so obvious. There's a diving board, but yeah, you didn't want to do that.
No.
You just didn't want to.
Are there any other moments that you can remember, like falling and having to get reversed? Even if you don't have a clip, do you remember anything else like that?
Yeah, I jumped into the elevator shaft, and then I have a clip of one that I did also because I was thinking back to the end of the first chapter, which I have a clip for that too. But this one is just like another moment that I got reversed. So this is kind of like what we jumped in last time. Nope.
Nope.
Bad. Okay.
Yeah, that happened to me a couple times because, like, to move on to the next chapter or whatnot, you do end up having to jump into a hole or something.
Yeah.
And then another perfect hole to jump into appears, and I'm like, okay, let's
That's the
hop
one.
in.
Rip.
Blue skidoo, we can too. And then you get
Nope.
reversed.
I jumped down that hole. I jumped down the elevator shaft. I jumped into a couple of the pools. I walked down a set of steps, and all of those times I just sort of like zipped like right down through, and I was like, why is this here? Why is this happening to me?
Yeah.
And some of the parts like this one,
Staircase.
this is a staircase. You go down it, right?
Yeah.
That's what you're supposed to do. Is that down into water?
Oh. You hopped right in there, huh?
Okay. So we don't want to do that. Bad. Don't go in that water.
Huh.
Yeah. I just encountered moments like that when I was like, yeah, this is for sure what you're supposed to do. Nope.
Yeah,
That's not a good way.
It's hard to explain my feelings on this game because it's ultimately just a walking simulator, right? You're walking through these environments, going from one end to the other. In my experience, I just chose a direction and went.
Yeah.
Like other than the very beginning when I was still kind of getting my feet wet, pun intended. um, got turned around once, but then after that, I just kind of chose a direction and went, and it all ended up working out. I didn't really get stuck or lost or anything. So that was easier than I thought it would be. But the whole time you're walking so slow and things are weird and nothing's being told to me. It just
Yeah.
didn't click for me as to why it was a good game. And so
Yeah.
I was kind of just complaining the whole time. I was frankly during it, I was bored. And the things that would happen, like the little noise I heard, I have another clip of me just hearing another noise, or I think it might be even the first time I heard a creepy noise, and I was kind of confused. Well, I was freaked out at that moment. That's true because I hadn't heard anything else. I hadn't really experienced anything too creepy. And then I
Yeah.
heard a weird noise. And that it like broke the glass in the back of my brain where I'm like, "Oh, something creepy can happen." Okay. And yeah, here's the clip. So, dark hallway led us to the original path. What the fuck was that? What the fuck was that?
I was waiting for something to pop out of those.
Hell no. Little
All right.
noises. Moving on.
Yeah.
Little noises. There was like some scratches and then a couple little skitters. And it's like I'm creeped out. And then I have another clip. Now I'm paranoid because after that first experience, I just couldn't help. I kept looking behind me. Okay, we got to try to make different decisions. Who's following me? No one. Okay. Who's following me? No one. Okay.
Did you encounter somebody pulling a ladder up through a hole?
Yeah. An
Okay.
actual other person, moving
Yes.
person. Yeah.
Which are there's two times, right, that you encounter another person, right?
One time that I can remember,
There was
and it's the person under the water.
Oh yeah, okay. Yeah, there's that one and the person pulling up the ladder. I know is like a
Pulling up
person.
the ladder.
Yeah. I saw a person
Oh.
like in a hole up on the wall, and they were pulling a ladder, like a loose ladder, like up through that hole.
Did you get a clip of that?
No, I couldn't. I was like trying to scrub through, but I'll have to find that clip. But yeah, the hands moment was creepy.
That one, yeah, that was kind of freaky for me too.
I was like, that's hands. Dog, that's somebody's hands. It like caught me off guard for a minute. I was like, what is that?
I thought for sure we were there alone. Like we were the only living thing. Maybe it's like a dream world or something, you know? And so we're the only ones. And then another person that's moving, living. Oh, I don't know if they're
probably,
underwater.
Yeah,
so
probably dead.
Kind of tough to, I don't know. I feel bad because maybe they were coming out.
Oh, yeah.
Maybe to get a breath of air. And then they saw us and were like, oh no. And then went back down.
Then they never made it.
Maybe they drowned.
I could probably sum up my whole time in the game by the experience of going from like beating the first chapter. And I have a clip called "Did I Just Off Myself?"
Well, wait, let me show my clip of the hands moment of the guy under the water. I got some explaining to do, so I gotta show this. And remember you saw the duck up close.
I did.
You saw the duck up close. And the way the duck looks evokes a certain image in my head.
Okay.
I like the rubber ducky though. I'm not gonna lie, it looks like a rubber ducky sex toy or something. Oh shit. What's going on?
Oh, the hand's pointed.
Should I go down there? Wait, there's a person down there. Okay, well I hope they're okay. There can't be much air down there. Rubber ducky sex toy. Okay. The red lipstick. It's like some blow up doll or something. One of those things you see in the movies.
Or in your house somewhere because that's pretty niche. A rubber ducky sex doll is pretty like
Don't you talk
specific.
about my wife like that.
Dude, with a guy
How
that
dare you?
with a guy that plays Nightbot, like it's hard to tell what you're into.
No, look, man, it's not how it looks. It's not how it looks. Look at that duck
I
wearing
don't know.
lipstick.
I don't feel like that about the duck. You feel like that about
Well,
the duck. No, I
you
mean,
just don't have much of an imagination, do you?
I mean, I'm not shaming you about it. Like some people are into
Well, I don't
ducks.
feel ashamed. I don't feel ashamed. I'm proud
Some
to.
people are into ducks. You're that person.
No, it's
Is
not.
it
It's
is
just
it
I have
just
thoughts in
rubber?
my head.
Is it just rubber ducks or is it real ducks too?
I refuse to answer that question.
Okay, I hope it's just rubber ducks.
So, when were you gonna off yourself now? Let's talk about that.
Now that I know that you like rubber duck. So this is the end of the first episode or whatever, and we can still go back and talk about the first one, but this was like I feel like my entire vibe was just my thought that this was the end of the game.
Okay, and the clip is called "You Thought You Offed Yourself." Right?
Yeah.
I didn't just say that. I didn't just say that.
No.
That'd be out of pocket.
Is that what it is? I just totally lost my mind and offed myself or what? I thought I was getting ready to have a credits screen.
Oh, I see. You hit the ground pretty hard after
I know.
after
Yeah.
that fall. Yeah, I don't know. I feel like I thought the same thing, but then I think the achievement popped where like the end of the first chapter or something
Yeah,
occurred.
it did right after
So,
I got up and I was like, "Oh, okay, there's more game." But that was pretty
yeah.
much my whole experience with it was like, "Is it over? Is it over?"
Yeah. That's because I'm just like waiting. I'm like, I'm ready for this to be over. I'm walking so slow. I had a couple first encounters with some certain things that gave the game a little bit more depth.
Hmm.
Like my first water slide experience.
Those were some were kind of fun.
Throughout the game, you see these water slides in the distance, and you're like, "Oh, those look fun. That looks cool." And this is my first experience with one. That is where the slide starts. Cool, let's do it. Is it just gonna be black? Bro. I can't even experience it. Okay, there's a little bit. Oh, okay. That jump out of the slide, that's the funnest thing about this game so far. That was dope.
There was a slide at the end that you like that it's lit up more. I can't really recall. I can't really recall which part it is, but I know there is a slide like that.
Yeah, and there's a couple open top slides, and some of them were just shorter, so the light from the bottom kind of seeped in. I don't remember any. There were a couple maybe that you could see a little better.
There's one that shoots you straight into a wall.
Into a wall?
Yeah.
What the heck?
You probably wouldn't have gone down it because it doesn't seem like one you need to go down, and you don't. It just shoots you into the wall.
Well, I remember there's one, I think in between chapters where it shoots you up and over a big gap and into a tube.
Yeah, that one was cool.
That one was cool.
Yeah, that was cool.
So it's not all bad things about this game, you know, but we just found it I found it a little boring.
Yeah.
But how about, do you remember running into, you're just doing your walking, and then this like transparent warbly wall comes forward and through you, like some spirit or something.
Yeah, I don't know if I have a clip. I don't know if
I
I have
do.
a clip for it, but yeah, I encountered that.
That happened a few times.
Yeah.
You're just walking, and it's kind of. I don't like that. That was weird.
What was it?
I don't know. The spirit of the pool phantom.
It's so weird. Like I don't like. I feel like I still don't know.
No, I've beat the whole thing, all the chapters, nothing.
Yeah.
No idea. Yeah, kind of weird.
I wonder if there's
Let's
any
see.
lore like to it.
Yeah, there might be like a YouTube video somewhere that has a full explainer.
Yeah. Did you catch a glimpse of anything crazy or anything?
The game thinks I did,
Thought you did?
but I'm pretty sure I have a clip. Do I have a clip for this zombie? I don't.
I don't think so.
Oh, what the heck?
You were definitely talking about it though. So I guess at some point you might catch a glimpse of something. And I'm bummed because I didn't see it either. I also didn't get the achievement.
Yeah, well, what happened was I was going down this tube. Down this tube, it's pretty dark. Pretty dark.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm, me, just from that other clip, I'm paranoid now, so I'm looking behind me all the time, periodically, going down this tube. I look behind me, I get to the end of the tube, and an achievement pops that says like you looked behind you, you saw the timid creature behind you. And I was frankly a little pissed off because I didn't see anything. It was too dark. I didn't see anything. This achievement popped. The
Yeah.
game thinks I saw something and I didn't. And I was like, man, something actually scary, spooky happened and I didn't even witness it. It was on my screen. I didn't see it. But then looking back at the footage, I zoomed in. There's nothing there. I didn't see anything. I think another wave just went through me. I don't know what those mean. Wait, what? I said look behind you. Caught a glimpse of a timid being? Wait, what? Did I? I did? What do you mean? A glimpse of a timid being? It's so dark. I didn't see shit. Oh, what a ripoff. I was supposed to see something? So it's just like, I think it's just an achievement popped because I looked behind me to make me think that something was there when there was nothing. I bet there was nothing.
Maybe there wasn't. I saw a weird punishment in the game, so I did glimpse something, and I think it's weird. But you're into the rubber duck, so you might be into this too.
No.
I don't know.
This is crossing a line.
Oh,
this is crossing a line.
Like one person watching another person poo? It's weird. Okay. That'd be a weird punishment.
Yeah.
That was weird. The mannequins were weird.
Did you turn in your report this morning, Johnson? Oh no, sir. I'm running behind. Get in the shit room. Come on. It's out there. Take a poo. Hurry up. I can't, sir.
There was just like, I feel like all the mannequins were like so weird, and just like sometimes like in that case, like what for? Why? There were so many toilets in the game too.
A lot of toilets.
A lot of toilets.
I don't know. I want to call them mannequins, but they're like glossy marble statues.
Yeah,
you know?
yeah. I guess that's true. They have like freaky eyes too. Like some of them are like freaky.
Hollow eye holes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ugh.
Yeah. Well, I have a clip of the mannequins. This is toward the end of the game, but
Okay.
this is a clip, a good clip of the mannequin, and probably the most in your face, spooky part of the entire game.
Mhm.
Oh, now that's creepy. Okay, that was the first fun creepy thing. Oh, are they gonna keep following me? So they're just a means of like, oh, that's freaky, man. It's the kind of thing where I know it's gonna happen, but I still look back and they're closer and it freaks me out. Yeah.
That was also, I don't have a clip of it, but that moment right there is like another like short little itty bitty like thing that lets you know that there's some lore to the game because
I have that clip, yeah.
oh, you have it? Okay.
It's the very last, basically the last scene
Yeah.
of chapter 6. And we can play it. I don't care.
It's just, it's like I was like confused. But I feel like I guess the rewind like made sense.
Yeah, and then there's also in the settings, there's also you can increase the VHS film grain like filter on the screen. And so I was like, okay, so they're really evoking this whole like you're on a VHS tape thing.
Mhm.
And that was solidified by this clip. Hello. I got no control now. What's going on? Oh. I put down the video camera.
Do you think that is the guy from the ladder?
What, this guy or the guy at the door?
The guy at the door.
Oh. I don't know. I don't think so.
That's it.
Please. I don't think so.
No.
I think there's like a combination of like being all in your head and I don't know. But the thing is, and you played chapter 0 too. That's the newest DLC chapter.
Yeah.
You end up finding that room with the desk where you were sitting down watching the VHS tape.
Yeah.
And so it presumably it's like a poolception going on where you recorded a bunch of situations in the pool's dimension, and then you're watching it back, still stuck in the pool's dimension, you know? And that's kind of messed up, but also it's just I don't know if there is any escaping pools world, if you live and die there, you know, born and die there, or what happens, or if it's just all one long dream and you're gonna wake up and have to go to your job tomorrow.
Yeah.
Nightmare.
Somebody wakes you up 1 minute before your alarm. Going back to the mannequins, there was one moment that wasn't, I don't know if it was supposed to be that weird or that freaky, but I did something silly and was like, every now and then I would like dunk my head under the water because I saw an achievement for something that was under the water in the Steam thing.
You looked at the achievements beforehand?
I just saw that one.
Dang.
And I ended up not ever finding it, but it did lead me to have a freaky moment though.
Okay.
I deserve it. Sweating to death. Yeah, dunk your head underwater a little bit. What the hell? I thought I could hide under the water from them.
That'd be great.
My God.
Yeah, those guys are freaky, man. Mm-hmm. They're just taking a dip.
Get a shot of their eyes right there. Ugh.
Mm-hmm. Ugh. Empty, hollow, black eyes.
Yeah, I deserved that. I mean, for looking at the achievements, I like popped around the corner. I was like, Mannequins, what are
pop
you
up out of the
doing?
water. Yeah, I think that's the first time you really see the mannequins, isn't it?
Yeah,
That
yeah,
moment,
I think so.
something like that. Um,
Did
but
you
this,
did you have a favorite part of the game? Like, I know we talked some smack on it, but like,
yeah,
did you have a favorite part?
I there are certain aspects of this game I really like, and I took a lot of clips from the first half of the game because I don't know, I just felt like there was a lot going on, but then
Hmm.
toward the second half of the game, of all the chapters, a lot more happens, and I didn't end up getting a lot of clips of like the most different moments,
Yeah.
like the moments where the uh, black mannequin creature, white mannequin creature. They're giant and they're playing chess with the small creatures. And I
Yeah.
remember in the moment I said something like this. It seems like symbolic of how the people with the most power just use the people under them as pawns in their just game of chess in this world. And I think it was more of a joke, just trying to find any sort of like deeper meaning in anything happening in
Mm.
this game. Um,
You were
so
very
I don't know.
philosophic there. I just went,
I,
they're going to sacrifice himself.
He's going to sacrifice himself.
I was just doing the Harry Potter Wizard's chess monologue.
right.
So stupid.
Um, but there is another thing I really liked is the like gravity shifting perspective changing, like the uh, I don't know how do you explain. I guess we could just show
The
you with the
the
clip.
illusion.
Okay. There's some cool stuff about this game. I love these perspective changes. Ooh. Adds a whole extra layer of depth to this game. Not to mention the level design. I have no idea how it seems like I'm always going in the right direction almost. Besides the very beginning. Oh,
Nice.
I got an achievement.
I
I don't know if you got that achievement. That you did?
yeah, yeah, I got
Okay,
that one.
good.
I
Like a
love
weird dive. It
yeah, I
felt
don't
like it was an achievement for something you were supposed to do. I felt like I was supposed to go that direction, but I don't know.
you had to go down there. I mean,
Right?
yeah, I was nervous to jump down the elevator shaft because I had done it before and died. So, but
Right.
I also like that. I feel like the illusions, like that stuff, that was like my favorite part of the game because it started to feel like it was like, oh, like this is like getting intense, like a moment, I guess.
Yeah.
But this was my favorite one, which is the first
Trying
one
to
you
do something we
encounter.
can walk up.
Yeah.
Whoa, that is so trippy. That's crazy.
Ugh.
Wow.
It's cool.
That's a wild thing right there. That's so cool. And then that whole level is like that. You're just like continually like going up over these like hills like and like parts of the level. So I will say
Yeah.
that they absolutely nailed the liminal space architecture piece of the game.
Yeah.
Absolutely
Agreed.
nailed it. I think they could have done a little bit more on the sound design. The footsteps and the breathing was scary, but like I felt like there needed to be some more like I don't know, like water, like something falling in the water or like I don't know, like
Sure.
running down the hallway or like there just needed to be like a little bit more of that maybe.
Yeah, I know they weren't going into it trying to be scary.
Yeah.
Um, but they could have done gotten a little more creative with the ways that they did try to make us scary, to make us scared. Like one little growly noise when you pass a vent on the ground, and then nothing for a while, and then just some creepy sculptures and art. I don't
Yeah.
know. Did you get stuck at all? Because I feel like I remember you saying that you had gotten uh lost or stuck at some point.
Yeah, so there's this door that you were like playing the clip back like almost at the same moment, like before the
Yeah.
thing. And I was like, no way. And it was so stupid, honestly. Like at least my experience to it, because I felt like I should have seen it. But I feel like the game tricked me.
Huh. Weird wall. All right, moving on.
So we don't want to go on the blue slide, right?
Oh no.
No, that's the blue slide we went in. Wait, we came up this way. I feel like I looked at it like 6 times.
Yeah, that's weird.
I feel like I got gypped.
Yeah, I have a clip. This is what happened to me. It was you couldn't miss it.
Yeah.
Oh.
What did you do that I didn't
Let's go
do?
this way. I turned all the way
Illusory wall.
around and then turned all the way. I don't know. Cool.
Not cool. Not cool. Opposite of cool.
I'm glad it worked for me, and because that would have screwed me up just like it screwed you up.
And I went down that blue slide, and I'm mad that I went down that blue slide.
I never went down it. I just went straight through that illusory wall.
Well, it takes you right down to the bottom. You had to walk all the way back up the steps.
Slowly.
So, yeah, slowly. Because I also didn't turn my walking speed up.
Well, I did. I turned it up.
Well, I thought it was going to be nice to like walk through and like have freaky moments, but then that didn't really like occur that much. And so I should have just sped up the walking. I did for the chapter 0 or whatever.
Yeah, good.
I was zooming.
Did you? There's a lot of weird art pieces. Like we mentioned the big chessboard. We mentioned the sculptures and the mannequins and stuff. Was there anything else that stuck out to you as far as weird art goes?
There was one where, and I forgot to pull a clip for it, but there was one where it was just like a torso and the arms were like up in the air and there were 4 lawn chairs sitting around it. And that one came up and you were able to sit in the chairs, which is kind of cool because it is like a little freaky, like when you sit in the chairs and like look around. But I was just like, yes, torso, we'll praise to you. Like we'll pray to the torso with arms.
Yeah,
It just
I don't know.
weird. It was just like heavenly light coming down on top of it. So I was praying and stuff.
I remember sitting in one of those chairs just being like, let's sit here and admire the art. And so I said nothing for like 3 seconds and I was like, all right, that was cool. Let's move on.
There were cool art pieces, like the gallery walkthrough was cool, and then it got to like the scary, like more sinister art. Like there's definitely some cool pieces in there.
Yeah, and some of the ways that they had those mannequins positioned and stuff. Like there was what I call the rugby scrum mannequin. It's like
oh yeah,
you know, like how cheerleaders hop on top of each other and do a cool pyramid thing.
Mm-hmm.
Well, this looks like rugby players did that and just kind of climbed all over each other. I don't know. It was weird though. But another thing I saw was this weird. When I saw it from a distance, it looked like a QR code.
I said the same exact thing. I know what part you're talking about.
Did you test it?
No, did you?
I did.
Did it work?
Let's watch the clip. What is this? Is this a QR code? I'm going to double check. I'm going to triple check and make sure. Is this a QR code? No, it's not. Okay.
I thought it was
I don't know what it is.
I thought it was a map.
It does look kind of like a map, right?
Of that level, but I couldn't figure it out in my brain, like where I had been and how that would be the map.
Right.
Like
and there's no you are here symbol or star or
No.
dot or anything,
That would have been crazy if it was a QR code.
right?
Yeah. Dang.
Yeah, and after I tried, I was like, of course it's not a QR code. It's not like there's no dots, there's no telltale signs of a QR code, but imagine
Yeah.
brought me to some creepy ARG online or something.
Dude, what if that was the only jump scare in the entire game and it was that QR code?
Oh, that'd be mean.
That would be so funny. Maybe in the next chapter. I
Yeah.
wonder if in the art gallery, that first part, if some of those drawings were like developers' kids or like art they've done themselves or something like that.
Maybe because some of them were like little kid doodle looking things drawn
Yeah.
with crayon, and other ones were like basically it's like screenshots from the game. It seemed with
Yeah.
what looked like a little like some sort of signature in the bottom corner,
Yeah.
like but it wasn't a signature. It was like a character
Yeah.
looking like a little dude.
Little weird thing, yeah.
So I wonder what the significance of those are. Yeah, I don't know.
I will say that I'm interested to see like if they keep introducing content to it, because the chapter 0 was pretty good.
That was better.
Yeah. I thought it was like exciting. There was just some cooler moments, like you got more like signs pointing you in the direction of pools, which was kind of like a funny, I thought that was a funny thing to have in the game called pools, is like just constant signs and the only thing it's pointing you to is pools. More pools.
Yeah.
Pools.
I liked chapter 0 probably the best out of all of them almost. Besides maybe the one with the cool gravity illusion
Things.
floors.
Yeah.
That was cool.
I feel like
but
chapter 0 they added more music, more sound effects.
maybe, and you could also swim under the water, which was I almost
Yes.
got lost trying to swim under the water and figure out where to go under there.
Mm-hmm.
I'll just start with my perspective first. I think it's a pass. I think I want to pass on this game. First of all, it's $10, which I think is a little steep for the experience. Even though what's cool is that the DLC, the Chapter 0, came out recently, and it was part of the game I bought.
Yeah.
And I assume any further content in the future is just going to be added in, so that's cool. I think the big thing to consider is that it's a walking simulator. The spooky nature of it is few and far between. And it's a lot of walking. And then you get in the water and you're slowly wading through the water.
Mm-hmm.
And it just wasn't my cup of tea.
Yeah.
And I think there are types of people out there where it could be for them. Like this is their kind of game. And they're stoked to try to look at all the little stuff, nooks and crannies, try to find the deeper meaning and every little bit. But for me, it was a little just meandering. Like I couldn't see the point of it almost. But I think that's a big appeal for a lot of those back rooms types of game, liminal space types of games.
Yeah.
Is that it's just creepy. It's not meant to be anything more than that. But I could have used some puzzles, maybe a puzzle or two to get a door open or something.
Yeah.
I could have used a couple extra noises like you were talking about to creep me out a little bit.
Yeah.
A shadow. Turn around and like a shadow. Maybe that's what that entity was that I supposedly saw was like a shadow around a corner of a doorway that was barely in view anyway. I don't know, but some more stuff like that.
Yeah.
I liked the hands in the hole. That was sick.
The
I don't
duck.
know. The duck, like
You're
one
into
thing
the
they
duck?
did with the duck floaties was like in the distance you saw a silhouette of the duck floaty around a pole, and you're like, what is that? And you get closer and it's like, oh, it's just this happy little duck floaty, or a little octopus floaty.
Yeah.
So there's certain things they did right. I just wanted a little more. I wanted to be a little bit more freaked out. What about you?
I will say that I wanted to ride the pool float or duck at some point, and I thought it was a little not cool that you could sit in the chairs, but you couldn't get on the floats. That's just a side point. Uh, I agree. I think that this game is definitely for people, and that's clear. It has overwhelmingly positive or mostly positive reviews on Steam. Um, it's $10. I think that is also a little steep, at least for me. Um, and I will say it's a pass with a caveat that I'll probably go back to try to get some of the achievements, maybe.
Okay.
Because there are a
I'm
lot of
not going to.
achievements. That I will say that's a good part of the game is that there are a lot of achievements. There seems to be a bunch of secret-ish ones
Yeah.
that could be cool. I can't guarantee that I'm going to go back and get them, but it is an appeal to me that I would like to go back and get them. But
Sure.
I'm gonna say a pass too. I just wanted more sound design. I don't need scared. I need the feeling like I might be scared.
Yeah.
And I just didn't get that the whole time. There was just like these little snips, and I wanted more. I wanted more
Yeah.
duck falls into the water. I wanted more splash. I wanted more door closing, and you can't open the door. Like, yeah,
Maybe give me a waterfall. You know, that'd be cool.
waterfall.
A
Yeah.
waterfall. I was really missing a jump button too,
Oh
which I know
yeah.
probably would have broken some parts of the game where they don't want you jumping on a ledge to jump out of the map or something, but I like being able to jump in games. Give me
Hmm.
a jump button.
Jump would have been cool.
But this ain't a jumping simulator, it's a walking
It's a
simulator.
walking
So,
sim.
yeah, that's our player pass for the game Pools, and it's a pass
Yep.
unanimously from us this time, but of course, that's just our opinion. Pick it up, pay $10 and play it. If what you saw today in our clips looks good to you, if you like that, we're not the boss of you. Play
Nope.
it. Why
You
not?
can play it.
Yeah, or just heed our advice. And if you're the type of person that is a little impatient and likes, things a little more in your face, I think like me personally, or just this doesn't look good to you, don't waste your time.
Yeah. They crushed the liminal space architecture, so if that's your thing, really nice to
Yeah,
look at. Really nice game to look at, and that's
yeah.
mostly what you'll be doing.
There was a lot of cool stuff about this game, to be
Yeah.
honest, but it just not for me, and
Yeah.
it's just not something I would recommend somebody pay $10 for.
Yeah, true.
Well, you know what time it is then?
Yeah.
Time for the Great Wheel of Games, baby.
Yeah, we gotta spin that wheel.
Let's
But
do it.
first, we gotta add a game.
We got to add a game. We have to
Yeah.
make the Great Wheel of Games greater.
Greater than ever.
You got a game?
Yep. Do you got a game?
I got a game.
What is it?
What do we? Me first?
Yeah, you first.
Want me to go?
Yeah, you go.
The game I'm adding to the Great Wheel of Games is a game called Shutterbuds.
Shutterbuds?
Shutterbuds. It's a free-to-play game.
Okay.
I'll read you the description, the Steam description.
Okay.
Explore a national park with up to 3 of your photojournalist friends. Take jobs from top magazine brands, then hit the trail in search of interesting landmarks and goofy creatures to photograph. Use your pay to buy useful items and cosmetics. You'll be sure to make the front page in a flash. And it came out today. No, 2 days ago.
2
1 day
days
ago?
ago.
Something like that. May 2nd.
Hmm.
Shutterbuds. It looks like
Shutterbuds.
It looks like a content warning, kind of thing. But
Yeah.
it's peaceful and you're taking pictures. And I don't think this is the kind of game where you're gonna explode or blow up or get eaten by a monster, which I think
No.
is a nice twist on this kind of genre.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I wonder if there is something to it though.
See, I guess.
Like there's
Doesn't say it.
like there's a big scary monster somewhere.
See, that's your problem, man. You go into every game looking for a big scary monster. That's why
I
you
know.
hated pools.
I know. I need to get over it. Ugh. Okay.
That's Shutterbuds, though. Let's add it onto the wheel, baby.
Shutterbuds. Nice.
Shutterbuds. What about you? What you
My
adding?
game? I'm also gonna do a game that's in the woods.
No way.
Yeah. I'm gonna do a game called Oh Dear.
Oh,
Oh
I've heard of
Dear.
this game.
It's one hunter and up to 4 more friends disguised as deer in this thrilling game of hide and seek where every move could be the last. Will you blend in with the herd or stand out? Oh dear.
Yeah, this game looks silly as hell.
It looks so goofy. It's sort of like a Dead by Daylight, right? / prop hunter because you're a
Yeah,
deer.
prop hunt or like Spy Party, if you've heard of that game.
Yeah.
Where you got to blend in. I like that. I've always wanted to play a game like that, to be honest, but I don't know. It's hard to get people together for it. But
Yeah.
at least for this, at least me and you will get together and play it together. So
Yeah, and I think it's like a online kind of deal too. So I think you can play online.
get to the cabin.
I like the get to the cabin part.
Oh, I didn't know that was a thing. That's
Yeah.
for the deers come after you.
Yeah.
Oh, that's cool.
All
Hunter
right.
become the hunted.
So yeah. Oh dear.
Let's add it onto the wheel. And I think it's time, Tooth.
To spin
Spin
that wheel. One day we'll get it.
One day we'll get it.
Oh, nice.
Toaster Arena.
Toaster Arena.
I don't remember what this one is. I gotta look it up because
Yeah.
I think it's like some boomer shooter something.
It's cool.
Oh, I remember this. Ooh, big movement. Big movement. Okay.
It's like a game that was never finished.
Yeah. It's free to play though. I love that. That's my favorite
Yeah.
price.
I felt like this game is going to be crazy.
I wonder if there's anybody playing it.
Oh
still.
man, I hope it's not dead, like player base, but
I see you
It
playing
could-
as furries.
I'm all about it.
that's my favorite
Yeah.
part.
Interesting. Okay. I don't know what to say. I just hope there's people to play against. I
Yeah.
hope they're not too cracked. And at the very least, you and I can play against each other and kick each other's ass in this
Yeah.
game. And we'll try out all the different game modes and stuff. But I don't know. Something tells me it's going to be a quick player pass for this one.
Probably so. I'm hoping that there's a lot of people playing it.
Yeah, we'll see.
I
Cool.
don't know.
Well,
It's free.
it's free, man. So Toaster Arena, free on Steam. Pick it up if you want to, play it. Maybe play against us. If you happen to be one of the few people playing it, I don't know. Or unless there's a bunch of people playing it, play it. Come back in 2 weeks. Join the discussion on the next episode of Player Pass. Or wait for our discussion. Watch it. Don't waste your time until we say that's a good idea to waste your time on this, because I don't know. I don't know yet. I'm looking at it and I'm like, I don't know if it's gonna be a play or a pass at this time. I gotta play it first.
It might not be good. I don't know.
We'll see.
I can't tell yet.
Well, that's it for this episode of Player Pass. I guess we'll see you guys in a couple weeks for the next episode. Until then, be good.
See you later.